Ezio asked a question that I love. I think it's the question that Jed York needs to be thinking about. Should the 49ers promote Saleh a head coach and put Kyle at OC? Why not, Vish?
Absolutely not. I've heard what you said, but here's some of the things that Kyle Shanahan has proven that Robert Saleh hasn't. Kyle Shanahan has developed coaches. Developing coaches is an underrated part about being a head coach in the NFL because oftentimes when you're managing, right, Kyle Shanahan has to be able to send a message out. He's not only coaching players, he's coaching coaches. How many different coaches have developed under Kyle Shanahan that have had success? Kyle Shanahan has proven to do that. And then the other thing,
listen. I want you to listen.
You can go Mike McDaniel, Mike LaFleur, Matt LaFleur, Sean McVay. That's 4 just off the top of my head. I think there's more. I mean, Raheem Morris coached under him in Washington. He's had a head coaching job.
How about since he came to the Niners?
Since he came to the Niners, I mean, Rick Sangarillo got a promotion. Mike McDaniel, he promoted. Mike LaFleur, he promoted. They're both 2 of the hottest coordinator names. So he's proven to do that. And on the defensive side, right, for whatever reason, he was the one who hired Robert Saleh. And the thing with Kyle Shanahan is that he's proven that he knows philosophically exactly what he wants in a defensive coordinator, exactly how he wants the entire picture to be ran, and exactly in terms of he's had success away from Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh is still green. He's had 3 years of success, and all 3 years have been with Kyle Shanahan. Robert Saleh is great in theory, right? Great presence, fantastic presence, actually, not just great. Really good, great game planner, really smart, fantastic communicator. But he's had 3 years of success with Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is, I think, I understand why you say this. I totally get it.
You don't have to agree on this. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm not trying to change your mind. I do understand that people don't agree with me. I'm just trying. I kind of feel strongly that this is going to play out in my favor, and that I just want to have my word down now, even though no one's going to agree with me. I just want to say it now and just let it play out, because I'm not looking to win, a popularity contest on this one. I know this
is not about winning the battle. It's about winning the war.
I just want to be on record saying that in 2021, while no one else thought this was feasible, I thought this was the right thing to do, even though it's crazy.
Okay, fair enough. I totally disagree.
I feel like, understand, the reason and the way I would say it from Jed's mind is, look, I've seen 4 years of Kyle Shanahan in an executive decision-making position, and he's no good at it. He's good at a lot of things, but I see 4 years of him making bad decisions, and from all the research I've done, people don't improve their decision-making past their mid-20s. You, Vish, still have improvement to make because you're basically still a kid. But from what I've learned from the psychological studies done the last 60 years in this country, you're basically who you are as in terms of a decision maker and in perception by your mid-20s. One more thing that troubles me about Kyle. I think he's always going to be an excellent offensive coordinator, and he'll be in this league a long, long time, and he might win rings as an offensive coordinator. But what's going to hold him back as a head coach, again, not just decision making. How can you make a good decision if you don't even have, I want to use the word perception. So what I say is like me and him will watch the same training camp practice, right? And I'm not an expert, but I can tell you, I saw within the rookie minicamp that Dante Pettis wasn't going to work out. I mean, he had alligator arms over the middle. I wrote it. You could see it. I saw early on that Brandon Ayuk was a stud, or that Jeff Wilson Jr. is good, or that Javon Kinlaw really isn't a pass rusher yet. As long as you're looking and you don't let your preconceived notions block what you're seeing, you can be perceptive. To me, he's not perceptive, man. His ego won't let him honestly see what's right in front of him, and that's a problem.
Okay, fair. But if you're also Jed York, right, Kyle Shanahan has a track record of taking what was a terrible roster and turning it into a Super Bowl one in 3 years. Robert Saleh, with all these executive decisions, frankly, we have no experience of watching Robert Saleh do this. Tim Kawakami wrote an article before the Super Bowl. The wide 9 decision and the change to change this front totally from the Seattle 8-man front and go to basically the 4-3 with a wide 9 was suggested by Kyle Shanahan. And Robert Saleh implemented it, right? He did a fantastic job. They both agreed on bringing in Chris Kasarik, and they made it work. But Kyle Shanahan made that suggestion. And that's just one thing. They play a lot more split safety defense now. Some people credit it to Joe Woods. I don't know. Joe Woods might have helped, but it's still Robert Saleh's defense. So I'm sure he wants that defense to be played that way, and they play it that way. But we don't know how much input Kyle had in saying, hey, this is where the league is trending. This is what I find to be the toughest to play against. This is where we need to go. And so, there's nobody that's going to be right today about this. That's why we're having this debate. It's going to be 4 years down the road when we see Robert Saleh, who's going to deservingly get a head coaching job, and we'll see how he does. And even then, we might not be able to evaluate because Kyle Shanahan is in full control of the 49ers organization. Robert Saleh might go somewhere. Right. He might go somewhere where he has a GM who makes a bunch of wrong decisions and ruins it for him.
It's a really great question. I like the debate. It's fun to get my ideas out there and at least say them. I know it sounds crazy, but again, what I would finally say, if you think, man, Grant's really lost it, I can't even take him seriously anymore, is the way I look at it is the offensive coordinator job and the coordinator job and the head coaching job. Like if there's a Venn diagram, the overlap in skills is almost non-existent. They're two different jobs. And Kyle has shown that he's elite as a coordinator and does certain things well as a head coach. But I have questions about his ability to be a head coach. And what Vish is saying is, dude, you have no idea what Robert Saleh can be as a head coach. And that's a great point too. That is a really good point. I have a feeling that he can be a good coach. He seems to show the traits of leadership and a good decision maker. I don't even know what decisions he's made. Maybe he's the one who wants Solomon Thomas. Maybe he's the one who banged the table for a Keller Witherspoon. I don't know. So that's a good question, man. Good point.